Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. Professor Lockdown, Neil Ferguson, has been wheeled out by the BBC to once again give us his expert opinion. This is the guy that uses modelling to project what might happen if you don't follow his recommendations. He said that 500,000 people could die of the virus in the UK right at the start of the lockdown, a figure which the government then used to excuse them to bring in the first lockdown. He has a history of projections that are very, very wide of the mark. Bird flu, he projected 50 million, turned out to be 282. Swine flu, projected 65,000, turned out to be just 457, and there are other ones. He's like a professional doomsday merchant, and he's covered a lot of the time because he can always turn around, for instance, as with the pandemic, and say, well, they did lock down, and if they hadn't locked down, my projection would have been correct. You get what I mean? So here we have this in a Daily Fail. Britain's lockdown rules may be needed until the autumn now. Okay, Professor Lockdown Neil Ferguson, whose grim modelling that 500,000 Britons could die unless action was taken spooked ministers into the first national shutdown last March, said the easing of curbs would be a gradual process. Professor Ferguson, an epidemiologist at Imperial College London and member of SAGE, added, it will be a gradual process until the autumn. So it's the autumn now. It's not March. It's not summer, it's autumn. You see, every time you hear something, they're just pushing it back further and further. Right, I'm going to make a guess we'll be hearing of later dates from somebody somewhere by the end of next week. Why does this guy, who has not really got a good track record, why is he still getting interviews? Why? Well, he comes from Imperial College. Imperial College has received 15 million in funding from the Gates Foundation. The models that Ferguson uses to make his projections are coded by Bill Gates' Microsoft, and some people question this. For example, there's a group of hundreds of Belgians who are attempting to take Bill Gates and Neil Ferguson to court. Here in the Brussels Times it says here, Bill Gates, Belgium, and British epidemiologist Neil Ferguson are being taken to court by hundreds of Belgians who are against all lockdown regulations and want to get them abolished. Around 240 Belgians have joined a group called Viral Madness and was launched by members of the restaurant and hospitality industry, according to their lawyer Michael Verstraeten. So they're not happy with them. So is anybody listening to this guy apart from the government? No. But unfortunately, it's only the government that are, and they're the ones making the rules. As always, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.